Today, we are going to learn something different, which is called tricks to learn aromatic, anti-aromatic, and non-aromatic. See, generally, we are solving the sums and time limits are available. So, during that time, we cannot solve if we are going in order. So, always we need some tricks, ideas, tips will help us to analyze the question and answer in a very fast manner. So, in that way, I would like to give the tricks to find out very easily as we are seeing the compound, whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic and non-aromatic. Okay, generally aromatic means that is delocalized pi electrons. So what is the main point of aromatic? Delocalized pi electrons. And the same way aromatic also delocalized pi electrons are available, but non-aromatic actually it doesn't have delocalized pi electrons. Okay, one by one let us go and analyze. First and foremost, aromatic have delocalized pi electrons. In that, first and foremost, here 4n plus 2 pi electrons, that is Huckel's rule. Huckel's rule. That is what you have learned during the class time and the subject matter. But here we are learning tricks only. So, what is it Huckel's rule that I would like to introduce that time when the class timings onwards. But here I just mentioned. Okay, now what are the applicable action here? So, first and foremost, it has to be a cyclic and resonance system. Resonance system. And here nucleophilic replacement reaction. Nucleophilic replacement replacement reaction. Okay, so these are all I just mentioned that ideas to identify. Yes, example I just mentioned, you know very well, that is benzene as the main example for aromatic. Naphthalene, generally ENE concept, and pyridine. Okay, now just now we have gone through that what it is aromatic. Non-aromatic, let us go later. Now anti-aromatic, let us go here now. So this also delocalized pi electron. Here 4n plus 2 pi electrons are available, whereas here 4n pi electrons are available. 4n pi electrons. Okay, then second one, this also cyclic, but here generally aliphatic in that manner. Okay, now can be chained or cyclic, but they don't have benzene cycle and all. Not having benzene cycle. Benzene cycle. Okay, now next one, it is aliphatic compounds. Aliphatic compounds. And next one, saturated and unsaturated. Okay, now the last one, it is electrophilic reaction takes place. e- electrophilic reaction takes place. And these are all the points to be noted for the tricks to apply for the sums to solve. Okay, the last one. Example, alkane, alkene and alkyne. You know very well these are the main point for to introduce what it is. Al- alkane, alkene, alkyne. Okay, for these are all belongs to non-aromatic. Okay, now let us go and analyze the rules to identify the aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic. So aromatic, in that main point, it has to be a conjugation. Okay, now let us go and identify what do you mean by conjugation. Yes, I'll give the tips only. I'm not taking the full topic. I'm just giving only the tips. Okay, I think you just note down all these points. Let us go and identify the conjugation point. Okay, conjugation. Conjugation. Conjugation means how to identify the conjugation. So conjugation means main point. First thing, it has to be a double bond, single bond, double bond. So that means it is alternative double bond. Alternative double bond. Right. Okay. Now second point, double bond, single bond, positive charge. So that means it is a cation. Right. Now, double bond, single bond, negative charge. That means carbon anion, carbon anion, carbocation, carbon anion. And next one, double bond, single bond, lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electrons. So, these are the main ideas you should know for conjugation. Why did I introduce that conjugation point means? Because to identify that easily the aromatic and anti-aromatic. Now another point, okay, I'll give one example how to identify conjugated system. How to identify non-conjugated system. Let us go for that. Then we will identify whether it is a aromatic or anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. Let us consider with the example. First and foremost, what is it? Conjugation system. What do you mean by conjugation system? These are all the four, what to say, rule. Like minus into minus plus, plus into minus, minus, say like that. Double bond, single bond, double bond. That means alternative double bond should be there. And double bond, single bond, positive charge. Double bond, single bond, negative charge. Double bond, single bond, and lone pair of electrons. These are all comes under conjugation. Okay, now I'll give one example. Now this is that one compound. Okay, now here it is there. Now I just put it positive charge. Now, is this conjugation? Now I'll give one more example. Is this conjugation? And another one more example. Is this conjugation? I'll give another one more example. Okay, now I have given all these ideas. Now let us consider whether it is conjugated or not. Okay, now double bond. This is double bond 1, single bond 2 and positive charge. Yes, it is a conjugated system and this is 1, 2, 3. Double bond, single bond, double bond. Yes, this is a conjugated system. Here double bond, single bond, negative charge. Yes, there is a conjugated system. And here double bond, single bond, double bond, and inside the lone pair of electrons, inside lone pair of electrons, lone pair of electron. It is valid. Suppose if it is outside lone pair of electrons is available, means it is not considerable, no need to check. Only inside that lone pair of electrons we have to consider. So these are all only the tricks to identify, to find out that whether it is conjugated system or not. Yes, now these are all comes under what it is, conjugated system. Conjugated system. Okay, now system you know very well. Non-conjugated system means it does not follow these rules. Like for example, non-conjugated system means here the same thing, something different. See here, the same but positive charge. I didn't put positive charge. So this is comes under non-conjugated system. Conjugated system. Okay, now easily can identify which is conjugated and non-conjugated if you know these rules, four rules. Okay, now let us go and identify another rule of an aromatic and anti-aromatic. What are the rules to be noted? Okay, first and foremost, aromatic, aromatic and anti-aromatic. Aromatic. So for these two things, we have to consider first and foremost cyclic. It has to be a mandatory. Cyclic, it has to be a mandatory. And then what it is, the second one, stated sp2 carbon double bond carbon and planar. Planar. So these are all mandatory to accept whether these compounds are aromatic or anti-aromatic. Okay, what are the main points to be noted for aromatic or non-aromatic to find out? First and foremost, it has to be a cyclic conjugated system. How to identify the conjugated system? Alternative double bonds, carbocations, carboanions, and lone pair of electrons are available. Let us check it. And another one, sp2, carbon double bond carbon, and planar. It is 2D shape. Okay, so these are all. It's a mandatory to identify whether it is a aromatic and anti-aromatic. Suppose non-aromatic, non-aromatic compounds, how to identify, just to the opposite, non-cyclic, because alkane, alkene, alkyne, open chain structure. So non-cyclic, non-conjugated and single bond, planar we won't consider. So these are all the main points to identify. So what are the points? Non-cyclic, non-cyclic, non-conjugated, non-conjugated. Okay, now sp3 we can keep it. Okay, now non-conjugated means I hope you know the point how to identify the non-conjugated. You have to follow these rules. Which is not applicable, that is non-conjugated. Okay, now let us see the example to identify whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. There is another one more rule is available. Points to be noted, aromatic and anti-aromatic. What are the points to be noted? It has to be a cyclic, sp2 hybridization, conjugated and planar. Whereas non-aromatic, it has to be a non-cyclic, non-conjugated and non-planar. It has to be considered. Please note down. Yes. Come on, let us go and see the example so that you will come to know the clear idea. Example 1. Okay, now here I just give that example. Now this is positive charge. Okay, now what are the points to be noted? Whether it is cyclic or not. Yes, it is cyclic. And the second one, whether it has to be a conjugated or not. Conjugated. How do we say it's a conjugated? This is double bond and single bond. It's a positive charge. Third one. Yes, it is a conjugated. So the first thing, mandatory cyclic. The second thing, it is a conjugated. Okay, that means this is what it is. Aromatic. What do we say? Aromatic. Okay, now next one. Another one more example. I just mentioned here. Now, is this aromatic compound? One, two, three. Double bond, single bond, double bond. So that means alternative double bond. Yes, it is a cyclic. And second one, is it a conjugated? Yes, it is a conjugated. That means what is this called? This is aromatic. Aromatic. Okay, now aromatic easily we can identify. What about non-aromatic? Let us see another one more example. Okay, now example, this is one and example two, non-aromatic. Okay, now here. Okay, now here, is it a cyclic? This is a non-cyclic. Non-cyclic. Okay, now is it a conjugated system? Single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. No, it is non-conjugated. Non-conjugated. Okay, that means what is this called? This is anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. This is non-aromatic. See, please note down. This is non-cyclic, non-conjugated, non-planar. So this is non-aromatic. That is what I just mentioned here. The rules for both aromatic and anti-aromatic, the same rule. Non-aromatic, it is a different rule. Okay, now one more example. Here, one more example, what it is. Do you think it is a cyclic? No, it's not a cyclic. So this is first one, non-cyclic, non-cyclic, non-conjugated. Oh, it's non-conjugated, non-conjugated. These are all tricks only to identify them. Okay, so double bond, single bond, double bond. So actually what it is? Double bond, single bond, positive charge. Or double bond, single bond, negative charge. Or double bond, single bond, double bond. In that way only conjugated. So this is what it is. Anti-aromatic. What do we say? Anti-aromatic or non-aromatic? It's a non-aromatic. I hope you got a clear idea. Now let us identify the rules for aromatic and anti-aromatic. What are the rules to be applicable? Okay, aromatic. Aromatic, it is what it is, 4n plus 2 pi electron, right? Okay, so how many electrons should be available? Because in the question they'll give some what it is shapes or formula or like cyclic structures. You have to analyze which is aromatic and which is anti-aromatic, which is non-aromatic. You have to find out. For that to identify, you have some tricks and tips and rules to follow. Yes, what are the points to be noted here? So it has to be 2 electrons can be considered, 6 electrons can be considered, 10 electrons can be considered, and 14 electrons can be considered. So what is this actually? 2, 6, 10 and 14 electrons. If it comes means that is aromatic compounds. Suppose if it is anti-aromatic means, what are that anti-aromatic? Let us check. Anti-aromatic. So anti-aromatic means what it is? 4 and pi electrons. 4 and pi electrons. So that is anti-aromatic. Okay, so 4 and pi electrons. So how many electrons it has to be mandatory to identify whether it is anti-aromatic? That means 4 electron, 8 electron, 12 electron, 16 electron. In that way, we have to consider. Right. Okay. Another one more point. aromatic or anti-aromatic. So what are the points to be noted here? For each double bond, you have to calculate 2 electrons. For each double bond, 2 electrons, right? And another one more, for negative charge you have to add 2 electrons. What it is? 2 electrons. And positive charge, okay, lone pair of electrons I just mentioned, lone pair of electrons, lone pair of electrons is actually what it is? 2 electrons. 2 electrons you have to add. And positive charge comes means no electron. Please note down, it's no electron. See, these are the main points to be noted to identify whether it is aromatic or not. Okay, suppose you are calculating one compound, the number of electrons. Suppose the electrons, only two electrons means it is aromatic. If it is 4 electrons means it's anti-aromatic. Okay, now let us go for that example to identify whether it is aromatic or not. Okay, now here, okay, now another one more example, same double bond. Okay, now here double bond, single bond, positive charge. For double bond, how many electrons are there? 2 electrons. Okay, so first and foremost, let us check it. This is cyclic and this is conjugated. Okay, then this is also cyclic conjugated. Okay, cyclic conjugated. Okay, now these two are main points to be checked. Okay, in that, one more point to check, that is for each double bond 2 electrons. So here 1, 2 double bonds are there. Here 1, 2 double bonds are there. So that means 2 double bonds are there. So how many electrons it has to be? 2 electrons. So 2 electrons plus 2 electrons here, 4 electrons. So 4 electrons means what it is here, anti-aromatic. Now in the same way, 1, 2, 3. So that means 2 double bonds are there. So 2 electrons here, what it is? Double bonds only, no. So 2 electrons plus 2 electrons. Here 4 electrons are there. So 4 electrons, these both are 4 electrons. So that means what it is? It is 4 electrons comes where? Here. So that means here what it is? Anti-aromatic. Right. Okay. Now another one more example. What is it? Another one more example here. Example 2. Let us go and identify. Okay. Now here. Example 2. 1. Here one double bond. Here negative charge. The same way, positive charge. Is it visible? Okay, now let us check whether it is cyclic or not. Yes, all those points it has to be a mandatory. Yes, it is a cyclic and it is a conjugated. Yes, it is conjugated. Then this also it's a cyclic and is it a conjugated? Double bond, single bond and positive charge. Yes, it is a conjugated. Okay, now we have to identify whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic. Okay, that means here double bond, 2 electrons, here double bond, 2 electrons and negative charge. So this is a negative charge. Negative charge means 2 electrons. So that means 2 electrons for this side and 2 electrons for this side and 2 electrons for this side. So 2 electrons plus 2 electrons plus 2 electrons. So automatically you will get 6 electrons. 6 electrons comes under what it is? Aromatic. So that means this is aromatic. And another one more, let us check it whether it is aromatic or not. And here 2 electrons, and here positive charge, no electron. So that means only 2 electrons. See, positive charge, no electron. So that means here only 2 electrons. So 6 and 2 comes under what it is? Aromatic. So that means this is aromatic compounds. See, these are all the tricks to identify what it is, whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. I hope you got a clear idea to identify whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic and non-aromatic. Let us check another one more example here. Now, in this, two electrons, lone pair of electrons are inside. Inside lone pair of electrons means it's valid, we can consider. So here 1, 2, 3 and lone pair of electrons. Okay, so it's a conjugated system. Of course, this is a 100% conjugated system. Double bond, single bond, double bond and lone pair of electrons. Yes, now this is cyclic and conjugated. And okay, now this is completely aromatic only. Now we have to check how many electrons are available, whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic. One more example, this one. N, nitrogen compound here. Okay, now here outside that electron. Now in this. Okay, now this is also cyclic, and this is also conjugated, right? Single bond, double bond, single bond. Resonance structure, okay? Conjugated. Okay, now let us check how many electrons are available, whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic. Okay, double bond, 2 electrons. And here double bond, 2 electrons. And lone pair of electrons. Here 2 electrons. That means 2 electrons plus 2 electrons plus 2 electrons. That means 6 electrons. 6 electrons means it belongs to which group? It's a aromatic. Aromatic. And the same way here also. 1, 2, 3. So that means 3 double bonds are there. Alternative double bonds. No. So how many electrons? 2 electrons. So 2 electrons plus 2 electrons plus 2 electrons. That means, see, outside lone pair of electrons which is not considered. Even that rules time only we have gone through that. Inside lone pair only we can consider, and that is what 2 electrons here inside that electrons only considered, but not outside that electron. Please note down. Okay, that means how many electrons? Here also 6 electrons. 6 electrons means what it is? Aromatic. Aromatic. I hope you got a clear idea about aromatic and non-aromatic, how to identify, what are the rules will be there, how to calculate the number of electrons. I hope you're clear. Okay, now let us check bicyclic compounds, whether it is aromatic or anti-aromatic. Let us check. Now let us check the bicyclic compound. The example, bicyclic compound, this is naphthalene, this is naphthalene, right? And pentylene, this is pentylene, penta, so pentylene. Okay, so in this way, so here what are the points to be noted here? First and foremost, this is a cyclic, and second one conjugated, because alternative double bond, this is conjugated. Okay, now this also the same, cyclic and conjugated. Why I mentioned here? Because bicyclic compound, okay, not only one cyclic compound, even bicyclic compound, two cyclic compounds together, and this is also conjugated, alternative double bonds. Okay, conjugated. Okay, now let us consider how many electrons are available. How many electrons? Okay, for each double bond, 2 electrons. So that means alternative double bonds only, it's available, both the compounds. There is no negative charge, neither lone pair of electrons or positive charge. So how many double bonds are there? 5 double bonds are there. 5 into 2 electrons. So automatically 10 electrons. Okay, so 10 electrons means it belongs to what it is? Aromatic. So the naphthalene, it is aromatic. I hope you got a clear idea how to find out the compounds through this idea, because this is only the tricks I'm giving. Okay, now this is how many electrons are there here, how many bonds are there, 4 bonds are there. So 4 into 2 electrons, 4 double bonds are there. So 4 into 2 electrons, so how many? 8 electrons. So 8 electrons means what it is? It is anti-aromatic. Anti-aromatic. Okay, hope you got a clear idea. Okay, now let us check some more compounds which is related to this point. Compound, it is biphenyl compound. Okay, now see what it is biphenyl compound. It is two benzene attached. See, this is biphenyl, right? So biphenyl means here alternative double bond it is there, cyclic it is there, that is conjugated system also it's available. Okay, first and foremost it is cyclic, and second point it is conjugated. Conjugated means you know very well, alternative double bond it is. Yes, fine. Okay, in that, which are the things are not available? Negative it's not available, positive it's not available, and lone pair of electron. Now, how many how many double bonds are there? 6 double bonds are there. One, two, three, four, five, six. So 6 double bonds means you can't see. This is exceptional. Now, for here, how many double bonds are there? That means 3 double bonds are there into 2 electrons. So that means 6 electron. And the same way here also, 3 double bonds are there into 2 electrons for each double bond 2 electrons. No, so here 6 electrons. So you people will say it is a 12 electrons. So 12 electrons means it's anti-aromatic. You will say no, it's wrong. Why? Because each compound we consider as a individual part. See, this is one individual and this is one individual. So both the thing are individually speaking. Here 6 electrons and another one here 6 electrons. So automatically 6 electron comes under aromatic. So this group biphenyl group it is aromatic. I hope you got a clear idea. This is exceptional. So how do we check it for this? Because biphenyl, that is biphenyl, this is naphthalene, that is different. This is attached to one. Okay, so attached to one means here double bond will come. This is by what it is? Naphthalene. This is different. Whereas here there is a single bond, it is available. So it is individual speaking. So this is, we can say it's a aromatic, but 10 electrons means yes, it's aromatic. But here 12 electrons means we cannot add these together because it is individual. I hope you got a clear idea about these points and all. Okay, now let us check the stability manner. So, stability manner, aromatic, it's more stability. So, aromatic, it's more stable. Aromatic, it is more stable. Okay, let us check which is more stable with some examples. Hope you got a clear idea. Yes, let us go and check which is more stable, aromatic or anti-aromatic or non-aromatic with one example. Now let us see the stability order: aromatic, non-aromatic and anti-aromatic. Which is more stable means aromatic. Okay, now let us consider this ABC which is more stable. Okay, now this is first one, it is cyclic, and the second one it is conjugated double bond, single bond, negative charge. Yes, it's a conjugated. Conjugated. Okay, now let us finalize how many electrons are available. Okay, double bond, for each double bond, 2 electrons, right? So 2 electrons plus negative charge also 2 electrons, and again double bond, it's 2 electrons. So altogether it's a 6 electrons. So 6 electrons means what it is? It comes under aromatic. Yes, it's 100% aromatic, right? Then second one, here alternative cyclic it is available. It's cyclic. It's a double bond, single bond, and here also single bond. So it's a non-conjugated system. Non-conjugated. So non-conjugated means here non-cyclic, non-conjugated, non-planar. So this is comes under non-conjugated. Okay. Now the next one. Here cyclic it's available, and the second one, what it is? Double bond, single bond, negative charge. Yes, it's conjugated. Okay, so that means how many electrons are available? You see, double bond, for each double bond 2 electron, and a negative charge 2 electrons. So altogether 4 electrons. So 4 electrons means it comes under anti-aromatic. Anti-aromatic. Okay, I hope you got a clear idea about aromatic, non-aromatic, and anti-aromatic. Now, which is greater? Aromatic, it's greater than non-aromatic, it's greater than anti-aromatic. I think this, you take the screenshot, these are all you just note down in your classwork note. I hope that will be helpful to identify which is the correct answer for aromatic, non-aromatic, and anti-aromatic, and which is more stable, aromatic. I hope you got a clear idea about aromatic, non-aromatic, and anti-aromatic. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your great support.